So welcome back to Poly Role Models. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. So I'm Tamara Pincus, and I am a licensed clinical social worker and a certified sex therapist. And I run a kinky, poly, and LGBTQ friendly private social work practice in DC. And I also just wrote a book called Polyamory, coming out about your non-monogamous relationships. That was impressive. How you just had the book at the ready.
Yeah, I just reached over and grabbed it out of my bag. Not just any copy of the book, but the very first copy of the book, signed by the authors.
This is true.
Yes.
Yay.
All right, so let's get right into it. How long have you been practicing? How long have you been polyamorous or been practicing polyamory?
So this time I've been doing it 6 years, but I also tried it in college. Back in the days when we didn't even know that word. So I'd say I've been polyamorous for a long time, but I haven't always been practicing.
Okay. What does your relationship dynamic look like right now?
Right now, I live with my husband and his girlfriend and all of our kids. And I also have another partner who I've been with for 5.5 years. So I'd say that's a pretty serious relationship. And aside from that, things have been pretty quiet lately.
Okay. And what aspect of polyamory do you excel in?
Um, I think I'm pretty good at the communication piece. You know, as a therapist, like I feel like I've learned some pretty good communication skills that have been really helpful. So I'm pretty good at asking for what I want and working through things that are hard and that sort of thing.
Okay. Now, what aspects of polyamory do you struggle with?
Um, I struggle. I still get jealous, so that is a thing. I have to like set up elaborate aftercare plans sometimes with my partner, like start seeing new people or has overnight dates and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that part's still hard.
And how do you address it or overcome those struggles? I mean, you did just mention elaborate aftercare plans, but anything else?
So yeah, I mean, like, so I sort of know what the things are that I need to hear that are comforting for me. I need to know that my partner's not leaving and that I'm still loved, and I need to hear those things out loud, even though clearly, logically, I know that they're true.
Makes sense. Um, in terms of risk aware or safer sex, what do you and your partners do to protect one another?
Um, I mean, I just always use condoms. Always. I don't have any partners that I'm fluid bonded with. I still get tested every 6 months, just in case something slips by. So.
Um, what is the worst mistake you've ever made in your polyamorous history, and how did you rebound from that?
So I think the first mistake we made, and this is like the typical newbie poly mistake, was having somebody move in 2 weeks after they started dating my husband.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that was really tough because we were brand new to poly. We had maybe opened up our relationship like 3 months before, and I had like no good methods for handling the jealousy, and yeah, some stupid shit happened. We got better.
Yeah. And was there a specific like rebound from that mistake?
I mean, I think that we were just much more careful when we've moved in with people later. So, my husband's girlfriend, Jill, who lives with us now, they were dating for 4 years before she moved in. And she was over every single weekend pretty much. And so by the time that happened, we were really pretty prepared.
Okay. Um, what self identities are important to you, and how do you feel like being polyamorous intersects or affects those identities?
So, I'm bi. I came out as bi when I was 16. And my first attempts at polyamory basically happened because my then boyfriend said, I want to be with you forever, and I know you want to be with women, so I'm gonna have to let you date women if I want to stay with you, which was pretty much true. Only the relationship did not make it. We did not have good communication skills. He would call like every 5 minutes when I was on a date. It was awkward.
Oh wow. Yeah.
And so other identities. I was raised Jewish, but my family's not particularly religious. I don't think that's been a big factor. I'm currently a practicing pagan, in that I make up my own crazy rituals. And I'm part of the pagan community, and the pagan community is really good for poly people in that there's just so many poly people in the pagan world that it's not seen as weird as it is in other sort of cultural situations.
Okay.
So.
And
Yeah.
was there anything else you were? I hope I didn't like cut you off there.
No, I mean, I think like other identity factors I was just thinking about actually as a parent, because I feel like that's where it feels the weirdest for me. Like last year when we had 3 kids and 3 parents all going to the elementary school for events, it was awkward.
Yeah. Fair. And last but not least, do you have any groups, projects, websites, blogs, etc., that you are involved with that you'd like to promote?
So, books, you've already held up the book. You can pre-order it on Amazon. It comes out October 6th. My website is tamarapincus.com, and I run a monthly poly discussion group in DC on the 3rd Thursday of the month at the DC Center. And I think that's all of my projects.
Okay. Well, thank you again for taking some time. I mean, you were the first poly role model that I've ever profiled. So thanks again for taking the time to contribute to the blog.
Well, thanks. I'm really honored to have been the first, and I keep that the blog. I hope that the blog continues to go really well for you.
Awesome. Have a good night.
Thanks. You too.
All right.